Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We had a very exciting start to the Super Rugby season. So with that, let's get to the week 1 recap. So guys, I'm sitting in the shade today. It's like 35 degrees out. It's very hot, so excuse me if the lighting isn't 100% on this. Okay, so let's start with the Blues and the Chiefs. I mean, it was a crack of a game. You couldn't ask for a better opening, you know. 2 tries for Rico Ioane, 2 tries for the Chiefs, hooker Takiau. Also Warren Gatlin's first game as coach for the Chiefs, you know, after his role in Wales. Angus Gardner's 63rd game he's refereeing in a Super Rugby game. I mean, the list goes on. It was just a stunning opener. The Chiefs walked away with victory on this, 37 points to 29. I mean, Cruden had a drop goal there at the end. That was unexpected, to say the least, you know. Rico Ioane's first try was a TMO decision. It was given, as well as Marlowe's try, the last try for the Chiefs in the corner there. Also TMO decision. He got the try. I think he handled that ball very well, and he definitely got the grounding. I agree with both TMO decisions. I mean, you could just see that both teams are going at it right from the start of the season, you know, and I cannot wait to see the rest of the season. I think it's going to be an absolute killer of a season. I think we might see some rugby this year that we haven't seen before, and I'm very, very excited for this. The second game was the Reds and the Brumbies. It was a bloody hot day in Canberra, I'll tell you. They said at the beginning they're 41 degrees Celsius. It's insane, man. How can you play in that? They should have added even more water breaks, I would say. But anyway, also a very good game. I mean, Brumbies got off to a very fast start. They scored the first try in like 4 minutes. In the 4th minute, they scored a try. Then Henry Spate went over to score a try. So, for those of you who doesn't know yet, it's a new world record. He now scored against every team in the Super Rugby tournament. Obviously, he played for the Brumbies last year, so he couldn't score against the Brumbies. Now he's playing for the Reds, and in the first game against the Brumbies, he scores a try. So that's a record. Well done to Henry Spate. Then also, AJ Jacobs was the ref. He's a new ref. I think he refed only 8 games last season in the Super Rugby. Pretty solid performance from him as well. I could only pick up one mistake that he made. That was the Reds flanker. It was stole the ball off his feet, you know, and he still awarded the penalty to them. So I think he just missed that one. But overall, a very good performance from him. And then Tom Banks scored a try. You know, there's Hegarty scored a try just before half time. You know, the halftime score was 17-7 for the Reds. Okay, also, like the first game, they managed to lose the game by 27-24. Okay, so not a big margin, not as big as I said it would be. I think I went Brumbies by 10, but still Brumbies by 3. I'll take it. Oh, and the previous game, the Blues and the Chiefs, unfortunately, I didn't get that prediction right, but that could have gone either way. Also, you need to look out for this Reds forward pack, I would say. They're very young, you know. I think next year or the year thereafter, let's call it 2 years, these guys is going to be a force to reckon with. What they need to do is just try and figure out a way to actually keep these players, you know. And in 2 years, listen to what I'm telling you, the Reds is going to be a mean-ass team. And this brings us to the third game, which is the Sharks game against the Bulls. Alright, so just to start off, I'm actually very pissed off of this game because I missed the first half due to load shedding. Okay, so now, if you're not aware of what load shedding is, that's basically our electricity being cut for 2 hours a day, and they always choose like the shittest time to do it. Like, they'll never choose like 12 o'clock at night till 2 o'clock in the morning. No, they'll do it on a Friday night, 7 o'clock, which is when the Sharks game happened. You know, only in Africa. You gotta love it. Huh? Anyway, so the Sharks game and the Bulls game, look, still again not very happy. First half, very boring, just kicking back and forth, you know. Typical South African rugby, I'm sorry to say it, but that's mostly what they do. If they don't kick, they like maul, okay. So yeah, so half-time was 9-6 to the Bulls. It was almost 6-6, and then Morné Steyn had a drop goal, which was good to see. I'm glad he's back in the swing of things. And then second half, just as the second half started, Kerwin Bosch did a cross kick for Nkosi, and Nkosi scored a brilliant try in the corner in the 43rd minute. You know, so the way he handled that ball was exceptional. Then the new scrum half, Nwamba is his name. He came on in the second half. He scored his debut try for the Sharks in the 78th minute. I don't know much about this player. However, I think we need to give him a chance, because in South African rugby at the moment, and I'm telling you this, there's not a scrum half that can compete with Yankees from the Stormers at the moment. There's good scrum halves that we had, but they're all overseas. I'm saying like Kobus Reinach, Faf de Klerk, those oaks, you know, but they're all overseas. They're not playing in South Africa at the moment. So the best scrum half is Yankees, and we need someone to be up there to, you know, to give him more competition. But all in all, the game, Marius van der Westhuizen was the ref. Solid as always, I would say. But yeah, not very happy. I did expect more. Let's see. Alright, the season is still long. Maybe they just need to change up a few things. Guys, I'm going to come back to this video just now. I'm going to hit the gym real quick. I'll be back in an hour or two. So back from the gym now. If you wanted to know what this session was, I'll tell you it wasn't good. It was leg day, and I hate leg day, but it had to be done. Anyway, on to the Sunwolves and Rebels, and what a game this was. First of all, I want to give credit to the Japan people. There was a good crowd. The stadium looked good. The Sunwolves played really well. The Rebels tried to come back, but they left it a bit late. The Sunwolves scored their first try in the 8th minute by the outside centre. Then again, driving maul in the 18th minute. And then from there on, it was basically blow by blow, you know, till half time. So the Rebels then scored in the 23rd minute, and then a nice cutout pass for the winger of the Sunwolves to go in the corner, the left wing, the number 11. Alright, Dane Perry then scored in the 30th minute. Look, man, the Rebels didn't play badly. They just got off to a slow start, and they just couldn't fight their way back into the game. The halftime score was 22 points to 13 for the Sunwolves. Then the second half, the Callaway, he had a break. He did a chip kick, and then the Sunwolves regained the chip kick, and they scored a try against the run of play. A few minutes later, Callaway then did exactly the same thing. He did another chip kick. This time he regained it and scored a try. Okay, and then the Rebels scored the last try as well. The replacement Deegan, he scored the last try, and the final score was 36 points to 27. So good game, lots of points. Sunwolves thoroughly deserved that win, I have to say. I didn't see it coming, but I'm glad they won. It's going to be a big boost for their confidence. And as for the Rebel side, they've got some work to do now for the following weekend. So let's talk about the Crusaders and the Waratahs. Richie Mahunga came in. He got injured only a few minutes into the game, and then David Davili had to take over the kicking duties. I felt he kicked really well, as the new guy for the Waratahs, Will Harrison. He had a good day with the boot as well. Both of them missed one kick. David Davili got all the difficult kicks over, but then missed the one right in front of the post. And then Will Harrison also, he kicked very well, and then one of his balls struck the post, unluckily. But both of them had a really good day with the kicking boot. Curtly Beale had a very good game. The Crusaders, I mean, like, the winger scored 2 tries. The outside centre, he scored 2 tries. You know, that winger, I mean, that try of his, he went through Bill and through Hooper to score that try, and he still had to run about 20 meters or so. Very good try that. Half-time score was 24-6. That was already a bit much for the Waratahs to fight back. Half-time, I just knew that the game was over already. But Waratahs scored a fantastic try in the 53rd minute as well. That young 19-year-old, he also made his debut, sorry. And very good try. And then another one in the 57th minute. So he also scored 2 tries on debut for the Waratahs. He had a very good game as well. And then obviously Luke Romano in the 74th minute. To be quite honest, I didn't even know he was playing this year. I thought he went on pension. Good to see him though. He did very good leg drive there. Lots of power to get over the line. And then last score of the match came from Alex Newsom for the Waratahs. You could see by this point that the Crusaders didn't play anymore, you know, and he just ran in to score a try. Final score was 43 points to 25 for the Crusaders. Oh man, Stormers, Hurricanes. I'm sorry, Canes, but you were your own worst enemy. Your discipline was terrible. Your defense was terrible. The Stormers got off to a good start. They got a try, I think, like in the 7th minute or something, through a nice cross kick from Yankees onto Peterson, who scored in the corner. Then also the second try was a nice leg drive by Kitshoff in the 18th minute, so he went over. And then Yankees scored a try of his own through, again, bad handling by the Hurricanes, and he just regathered the ball and ran about 40 meters or so to score that try. You know, so all the tries basically from the Stormers came on capitalizing on the Hurricanes' mistakes. You know, and even though, like, Stormers supporters is not going to like me for this, Jaco Paper was the referee. Okay, he's a brilliant referee. But the first 20 minutes, he basically blew the Hurricanes out of the game. I agree with the 2 decisions he made on the yellow cards. I agree with that totally. But the first 20 minutes, he basically blew them out of the game. By this point, the Stormers already had like all the momentum going, everything, and the Canes just couldn't fight back. So halftime was 19 points to 0, and then full time was 27 points to 0. Second half, Damian Willemse scored a fantastic intercept try, basically 10 meters from his own try line, and he ran all the way through. He didn't have a very good game with the kicking, you know, goal kicking. I would still rather put him on fullback and bring in Jean-Luc du Plessis on fly-off. He's a much better kicker than Willemse, and I think Willemse from the back, you know, he can exploit the opposition more. So I would definitely make that change for the Stormers. But other than that, very good game for the Stormers. So the Hurricanes' discipline, you know, it is, if it's going to continue like that, they're definitely going to be lost in the New Zealand Conference. I predicted that they'll be lost, but I don't want them to be lost, to be quite honest. They're my favorite New Zealand team, but they have to do something about the discipline. You know, I don't like giving life lessons or anything like that, but discipline is 80% of being successful in life. You know, I've once heard a guy said you only need motivation once, and then from there you need discipline. And you know, I agree with that. Not just in a rugby game, anything in life though, you know, you need to have discipline to be successful, and the Hurricanes just didn't have that on the day, and if they continue this, it's going to be a very long season for them. So the final game of the weekend was the Lions Jaguares. Lions was in at first half. Halftime was 10 points to 8 to the Jaguares, but again, second half, the defensive structures just broke, you know, and they couldn't stop the Jaguares. Handling errors started coming in, some frustration started to come in, but the Jaguares scored in the 9th minute. Nyoati again, very good day with the boot. Lions scored 21st minute. Warner, the scrum half, he scored, and then start of second half, the Jaguares got yellow card, and believe it or not, from there the score got bigger, you know. And Justin Maroney, he's got 2 tries in the second half, and then in the 68th minute, the replacement, he scored in under the post, you know. And then a final try from Creevy, which I'm actually glad he's not captain anymore. He's a very good captain, but I think he's a better player. And now that he's not captain, you know, he can spend more time doing the work on the field. And I think that is a very good change for the Jaguares. Full time was 38 points to 8, and no points for the Lions in the second half. So if you're still watching, man, you know, please give this video a like. I would appreciate it. I already appreciate you, man, if you're still watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. I will be doing 2 videos every week, every Wednesday, every Sunday. So I'll talk to you on Wednesday. Cheers.